Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news of Bình Phước Radio Television Station and Newspaper. I'm Thục Anh presenting you top stories as usual. Delegation from Consulate General of India in Ho Chi Minh City meets with small and medium-sized enterprises in Bình Phước. Model for intercropping of avocados with custard apples to boost incomes. National Assembly discusses implementation of the socio-economic development plans. SEA Games 31 linger long in heart of sport lovers. A delegation from the Consulate General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, led by Consul General Mr. Madan Mohan Sethi, has met with small and medium-sized enterprises in Bình Phước province.
In addition to promoting investment projects, Bình Phước is very much interested in creating an open mechanism to put cooperation and links between the business communities of Bình Phước and India, especially SMEs from the two sides. The meeting was an opportunity for them to hear of investment and cooperation opportunities, especially in the fields of agricultural production and the processing of products where Bình Phước possesses strengths such as rubber, cashew nuts, and pepper. It also gave local SMEs a platform to promote commercial activities and expand markets, especially to markets of potential such as India.
Bình Phước Province has held a launch ceremony for an environmental protection and tree planting campaign in response to the National Week of Clean Water and Sanitation in 2022.
The ceremony was held at Bu Zamab Border Commune in Bu Zamab district. Immediately after, local people began planting 10,000 seedlings. This is one activity within the local response to the week and at the same time contributes to the district's plan to plant 80,000 trees this year. On this occasion, the fundraising committee for the poor in Bình Phước province also presented 50 gifts to poor and disadvantaged households affected by COVID-19 in Bu Zamab commune, each worth 500,000 Vietnamese đồng, and gave 80 million Vietnamese đồng to build a house of solidarity for Mr. Điều Thanh Quyết in Bu Zert village.
Bình Phước is focusing on green and sustainable urban development, in which Dong Xoài City has done well in planning for green spaces within its environs.
A combination of local budget funds and local people coming together to build small parks and gardens on small empty land plots have created green and fresh spaces for community activities. From now to 2025, Dong Xoài City tries to have 3 to 5 parks in each commune and ward.
Many farmers in Bình Phước province have moved to intercropping avocado trees with custard apple trees to help increase earnings.
The family of Miss Võ Thị Đình Vân in Phước Vĩnh Quarter in Bình Phước Ward, Phước Lâm Town has 1.5 hectares of avocado trees being harvested for the 5th year. 50 custard apple trees had now been intercropped with avocado trees, which has helped the family boost its income for more than 3 years. With prices of 25,000 Vietnamese đồng per kilo for avocados and 25,000 Vietnamese per kilo for custard apples, her family earns over 200 million Vietnamese đồng annually after expenses. Custard apple trees grow for 18 months and have a high income and economic efficiency. I planted avocado trees intercropped with custard apple trees to increase our earnings.
Now let's take a look at the top stories around the country. Continuing the working agenda of the 15th National Assembly, third section, deputies on May 25th discussed it with the groups of number issue, including the supplementary assessment of the implementation of the socio-economic development plans and the state budget in 2021.
Legislators share the view that despite unprecedented difficulties caused by COVID-19, the country's socio-economic development still saw good signs last year. 7 out of 12 socio-economic targets were achieved. The macroeconomy was kept stable, and the consumer price index inched up only 1.84%, they said. The lawmakers attributed the results to great efforts of the whole political system and the support of the people and businesses as well as international community. The debatees highlighted the transition from COVID-19 prevention and control strategy to the safe and flexible adaptation to and effective control of the pandemic. Many debatees voiced the view that consistent policies on economic reopening are needed in order not to miss out on opportunities, along with more breakthrough measures to recover strongly.
Public Administration Perform Index ranking 2021 were released on May 25th. Joining us to see more in the following report.
According to the Department of Administrative Reforms, under the Ministry of Home Affairs, 19 ministries and sectors and all the 63 provinces and centrally run cities were surveyed. Accordingly, the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Finance, and the State Bank of Vietnam recorded the Public Administration Reform Index of over 90%. The Ministry of Justice topped the list with 91.9%. Among the 63 localities, 3 had indexes of over 90%, including Hải Phòng at the first place. Quảng Ngãi province enjoyed the most index growth, 13.2%, while Đồng Nai, Tiền Giang, and Hà Nam are only 3 provinces that saw declines. This time, the survey collected feedback from over 49,600 civil servants, leaders and managers of ministries and localities, nearly 30,000 people and enterprises, along with some associations and organizations.
The state-owned Vietnam Expressway Corporation will implement automatic non-stop toll collection on all 5 expressways under its management across the country by the third quarter this year.
The Vietnam Expressway Corporation said it completed the installation and put into operation the ETC system of the Cầu Giấy Ninh Bình Expressway from June 2020. The system is currently operating effectively, with the service rate accounting for 51% of the whole line's revenue. The remaining expressways include Nội Bài Lào Cai, Ho Chi Minh City Long Thành Dầu Dây, Bến Lức Long Thành, Đà Nẵng Quảng Ngãi, and some other sections of Cầu Giấy Ninh Bình. The corporation approved and issued bidding documents for selecting ETC service providers from May this year. It was expected that the company would close the bid on May 25th and complete the contractor selection on June 30th.
Vietnam export to Canada reeled in over $2 billion in the first 4 months of this year, up over 31% year-on-year.
Last year, despite COVID-19, Vietnam shipped goods worth $5.3 billion to Canada, an annual increase of 20.8%. Vietnam signed a free trade agreement with Canada, therefore enjoying tariff reduction and elimination. Notably, since January 1, 2021, Canada removed a total of 96.3% of the tax lists for goods originated from Vietnam. According to the Vietnam Trade Office in Canada, Vietnam is the biggest partner in Southeast Asia of the North American nation. However, room for Vietnamese products to enter the Canadian market remains large, as the value now just accounts for 1.7% of Canada's total imports. In addition to these advantages, the access to this market is facing various challenges, particularly high transport and preservation costs, and strict safety and technical standards.
The 31st Southeast Asian Games wrapped up in Hanoi on May 23rd, but memories of the region's biggest sporting event will linger long in the heart of sport lovers.
SEA Games 31 saw the participation of nearly 5,000 athletes. Nearly 3,000 volunteers took part. As many as 526 medals were presented, while more than 30 new records were set. These figures represent the enormous effort of Vietnam as host of SEA Games 31 amid the ongoing complexities of COVID-19.
And I'm also here as Speaker of Parliament on the invite of my counterpart, the Chairman of the National Assembly. I'm very grateful for the hospitality extended to us and my delegation, as well as all the Singaporeans who are here. Organizing the SEA Games is not easy.
During the 3-week event, stadiums and gymnasiums in 12 cities and provinces were packed with spectators. Interest among the population will make a significant contribution to promoting the country's sporting development in the time ahead.
Prior to the SEA Games, we acknowledged that it will be very difficult due to COVID-19. However, the pandemic has been largely brought under control, and we received strong support from spectators.
SEA Games 31 was held amid COVID-19, so it's considered a precious experience for subsequent host countries.
The venues for competitions in Hanoi and other localities were well organized, from the workplaces for the media to the accommodation for the athletes. Cambodia gained a lot of experiences to host SEA Games 32.
This farewell image of Myanmar athletes with Vietnamese volunteers speaks to the affection foreign teams have for the host country. Thank you for joining us. Vietnam, a friendly and hospitable land. Goodbye and see you in Cambodia in 2023.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Once again, thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.